Hey guys, it's James Cassin here. Hope you guys are all safe and well. So welcome back to another vlog on my YouTube channel. Remember to hit a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. So, welcome to my 100 subscribers video. In this video, it's going to be a question and answer session, or a Q&A for short, and let's get some of these questions on the road. I would also like to thank Paul Flynn for being the 100th subscriber on my channel. He's the one who made this video possible, so I thank you very much, and I'll get you a voucher of your choice when I end up next seeing you. So, without further ado, let's get into the questions. So question number one is, what made you start YouTube? So, I ended up starting YouTube with, I don't know, I was just watching videos left, right and centre. Next thing you know, I had a look at my library and seeing how many subscribers I had. I actually had 38 subscribers, and I'm like, where did these come from? So I ended up watching a couple more videos, and it just started to go up ever so slightly. I thought, I'm not creating anything. So at that point, I thought, you know what, I'm going to start creating a couple of videos. Like, I ended up doing a bit of karaoke, but sadly they took down. Then I ended up putting on like a silly snooker video on, putting silly adverts on, and then that happened, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think on one video I got to 2,900 on my first one. There's a Sky Sports one that has actually been corrupted, and it was like when I watched the WWE, and next thing you know, it came up saying Sky Sports Interaction, da 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 da. I've got about 12,000 views on that, which I was actually pretty proud with, and I still get video views on that for today. Also as well, I ended up doing like a FIFA series of like Standard United, which is still going. That is in the card somewhere on my channel, and also the Euro 2020 series, which is part of Euro 2021, which I really enjoyed. Mainly it was just the commentating. I didn't play any of the games, it was just the commentating that I got a bit of the boost of, and I really enjoyed it. But there was a point where I thought, right, I'd start doing a couple of journeys. That's where I started to go do a couple of vlogs. Like I went to Blackburn, I ended up going to the DW Stadium, watched Wigan vs Blackburn. No, I'm not a Blackburn fan, because I'm a die-hard United fan, as you can see here. Let's see who inspired me to do YouTube. So they had people like a Syndicate, who was absolutely going around being the bomb when he ended up hitting the 115 on zombies. But as soon as I seen that, I thought, wow, that is absolutely amazing. And then I started watching Cassin with his top 5 FIFA 12 videos of like goals of the week. I ended up watching Piddleass. Yeah, we're not going to get into that because of what happened. But yeah, you know where I've come from. Next up, we have got, have I met anyone famous? Yes, I have. I have mainly met a couple of people. So I mainly met Syndicate, like I've just mentioned. I met him 3 times in Birmingham, Insomnia 57, 58 and 60. I also met Nick Blade there at 2 of the events. I've also met Flex from United Stand. I've met Adam from the United Stand. Oh, well, let's say United View for Flex, shall we say. I've also met Carl Pilkinson. He was absolutely hilarious when I ended up meeting him. Like I say, I'm still probably not going to forgive him for what he did. Spoke about my auntie with, because he said, can't you be bothered? And I said, yeah, she's in hospital at the moment. And she went, oh no, it's okay, no, give me that pen, whatever. Doodled his face on or whatever. It was absolutely hilarious. It's nice to see people out like that, but it's what you expect from them. Sometimes you may think, oh, are they different when you end up seeing them in real life? No, mainly just the same. Mainly, I actually like Carl Pilkington a bit. Not like with the bald head, but like some speech and all that. A bit boring, isn't it? Also, I met Dwight York, Yap Stan, Dennis Irwin, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, and David May from Manchester United. I've also met Stumpeg as well. And these people have shouted out for YouTube, go check their channels out. And just say, I sent you here, just to get a couple of subscribers. So yeah, there's a couple of people that I've met famous. And it's nice to meet a famous person, just to get to see who they are, not hang around with them, just like a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes chat, then walk off. Simple as. Okay, next up is, what was my first video that I watched on YouTube? It was to do with like Nickelodeon stuff, like intros, like Rocko's Man Alive, King and Kel, Dog, Clarissa Explains All, Spinning the Teenage Witch, Cat Dog, all them, and Hey Arnold. It's because I remember the thumbnail, it was Helga when she's shouting Arnold dead loud at the top of the ginnel or whatever it was, and then it was just hilarious. Like just watching them, it was just like living my childhood. Like because I was born as a 90s kid, that's what you usually do. And then as soon as you watch that, I got a bit hyped and I just kept watching it over and over and over again. It was fantastic. Okay, next up is, what do I do in my spare time? In my spare time, I end up going for a drink. Yes, I do have a bit of alcohol in my life, but yeah, also I do have the soft drinks as well. Ooh, eat that. Soft drinks as well. I mainly play like pool, snooker with my friends, catching up with them for the weekend. I also end up going to United as I'm seeing to get older, if you didn't know, and also I end up going to places like arcades as well. I enjoy bowling. Like I say, any type of activity I will go and enjoy. The one thing that I will probably not do is anything like contactless sport. Even though I used to do kickboxing when I was a kid, or growing up, I grew out of it and I just thought, no, it's not for me anymore, because no one can go so far in it. If you don't know the reason why, I will mention that in another video. Okay, next up I have got is, what was my first job? So I started off as a pot collector in my local place when I was 17. For about 3 months I ended up doing that. Then I got mentioned on one Christmas Eve to actually pour a pint. I poured a pint, I poured about, not just the one, I think I done like 3 or 4. And then I said, right, you're going to start tomorrow. Instead of pot collecting all the way around the place tomorrow, as it's Christmas Day, we'll have you on the bar helping out. I thought, oh, buzzing, that's what I'll enjoy it. I actually did enjoy it for the first time because it was on double pay. And then it got to the point where 3 years on, I had to quit only because it was due to my pay. Not my pay, sorry. It was due to my original job that I'm at now, working in a warehouse. I was doing about 55 to 65 hours a week. It was absolutely murder. And people are like, oh, think of the money, you're going to be loaded at Christmas. Oh, can you get me a gift? Can you get whoever a gift? No, I'm not getting you any gifts. It's my health I'm worried about, not about the money. Next up is, what is your life goal to achieve? So my main goal is to actually try and get 1,000 subscribers on here, and then actually try and boost on my YouTube channel. And also my main one is to try and go to every single ground around England. So I've actually been to a couple. So I've been to MK Dons in London, I've been to Derby, I've been to Wembley twice, I've been to Villa Park, I've been to Blackburn, I've been to DW Stadium, I've been to Burton, I've been to Hull, I've been to Derby. So there's 9 grounds I've actually been to, and there's probably a couple more. I have to get my sheet out to have a look at that, which ones I've actually been to, because I can't remember every single one at the top of my head. But yeah, mainly to go to every single ground in England. The ones are the 92 that are in the league at this moment. I know Oldham got relegated and I didn't go to Boundary Park, but I will still add that one. So let's make it 93. Okay, so next up is, what is my favourite type of food? So anything Chinese, sweet and sour, kung pao, sweet, salt pepper chicken, chicken wings, and anything like Italian. And who could not knock a bit of fish and chips? You gotta love a bit of the British, haven't you? And don't mind a bit full English. It's okay, but I'd rather just have a butter, like sausage, bacon, egg hash brown, bit of ketchup on it. Top notch. By my dad. I hope you're watching this. Okay, moving on to some weird questions now, which are, what was my first game console? My first game console was a Sega Mega Drive, thank you to my sister, mentioning in a couple of these videos. My first game console was Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, depending on where you live, and it was Sonic 2, which is a fantastic game where you played as Tails and Sonic himself. And I used to remember doing the cheat to actually turn into Super Sonic all the time. It was absolutely amazing, where you could just end up turning into a ring or anything you want. Basically just put obstacles in the way of other people. It was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, also I did play the likes of Toy Story, I did play Streets of Rage, which is on my channel as well, go and check that out. And also as well, the likes of Our Real Monsters. Home Alone was absolutely hilarious. If you had that game for the Genesis or the Mega Drive, whatever you want to call it, it was absolutely hilarious. Making a wave gun in the game, God, and a shotgun, sheesh, a bit brutal. I wish they'd done that in the film. Let's see what would have happened then. Poor Harry and Marv, they could have died. But anyhow, we move on. So next up is, if you had a superpower, what would it be? Now this one is actually a very tough question, because if I ended up having a superpower, it'd probably be like freeze time. So it's not like actually go back in time, maybe like at a certain stage in life where something may have gone wrong, I ended up mainly like Bernard's Watch, for instance, another program that I've not mentioned. You basically freeze the watch, whatever, change what's happened or something's happened, and then erase it. Not like do anything like sexual or anything like that, because gee, if I end up doing that, God, I'll probably get away with it and be the luckiest person in the world. But no, you can't do that. Rather make sure people basically like keep safe and look after people. I'm not like a copper or anything like that, but it's just make sure that if you see something go wrong or anything like that, freeze it, move them away, and then basically put light back on. Yeah, it sounds weird, but I'd do something along the lines of that. Moving on to something that things go wrong. Would you rather go back in time and change one thing in your life, or would you end up changing something in the future? So changing something in the future. Well, let's think about it. So Call of Duty in 2025 said there's going to be a load of hover. Oh no, it's 2065, isn't it? 2025. I don't think much is going to change. They've already tried to sort out like hover cars and all that crap, but I don't think it's ever going to go to plan, is it really? So, nah, I am actually going to give up on whatever the future brings, and I'm actually going to say go back to something that when it was like, if you're in high school where you're getting like bullied or name calling, because I wasn't confident as a kid, like when I had the bar work, when I grew up, because mainly I was there like curled up in a ball, and I didn't know what to say. Even though I tried to stand my ground, I kept getting pushed back down to the floor, and I absolutely hated it. It wasn't the best thing to do, but mainly I had to fight for it, and it didn't go to plan. That's why I was a lot nervous as a kid and very shy. Next up, we have got is, if you was born a girl, what would you be called? I would be called Lauren. Lauren Cassin at your service. Yes, imagine me with long hair and calling me Lauren. Please don't do that. But yeah, that's one question that did get asked. And last but not least is, what are you going to do when you hit 200 subscribers? Well, that is entirely up to you guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys, for the 100 subscribers Q&A. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up on the video, comment down below on some questions that I may or could have answered, and also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'm James Cassin. Thank you very much for watching, and remember guys, stay safe and stay standard. I shall see you in the next vlog in a bit.